Hello there. Happy Monday. I'm Dr. Shiroko Sokitch, owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center and the author of the book, Healing When It Seems Impossible, 7 Keys to Defy the Odds. And this time of year, and probably many times of year, but in particular this time of year in the fall and holidays, upcoming season, people are experiencing a lot of stress. And so today I want to talk to you about herbs that will help your body with stress. They're called adaptogenic herbs. I'm going to tell you a lot about this time of year and what types of stresses you might be experiencing and the Chinese medicine behind it, which you know I love Chinese medicine. So I'm going to just share with you some of the wonderful things. So in Chinese medicine, there's a whole like millions of herbs that are used as healing various conditions. And there is a group of herbs that are called emperor herbs. And that translates into what we call adaptogenic herbs. And the reason they're called emperor herbs is because they do a lot of things, and they are the king, they are the most royal of the herbs in the sense that they don't cause side effects. They can be taken for a long period of time without problems, and they support your body's survival, which is similar to what we want to call in our culture now adaptogenic herbs. So adaptogenic herbs are herbs that, again, they adapt to what your body needs. I love to say that they're psychic because they know what you need. And I love that when nature and our bodies and things work together in order to provide balance and healing. That is the purpose of everything that I do. So I love it when there are supplements and products that help with that. So first of all, I've talked about herbs before. All herbs that you take ideally should be taken as the whole herb and as a organic, if you can get them organic. Now, a lot of the adaptogenic herbs have been researched and studied extensively, and the chemicals that are in them have been extracted. Like, for example, ginseng has a chemical that's called a ginsenoside, and so that is one of the adaptogenic herbs. It helps with your adrenals, and it helps with your overall sense of having energy, and it helps your body deal with stress. And again, it's a psychic herb. But in Chinese medicine, how herbs are used is they're combined with other herbs in order to create balance rather than the chemical that is active extracted from it. So the way I view it is, if you have a extraction of ginseng or an extraction of holy basil, and I'm going to list the herbs in just a minute, but then you're having a medicine, whereas when you're taking an herb as itself in its organic form, you're taking it as a sort of support for your system. So adaptogens, again, work to help your body deal with whatever it needs. And, you know, in my book, I talk about the triangle of wellness, which is your hormones, your nervous system, and your immune system. And that triangle is really the basis of Chinese medicine. I've translated it from Western medicine and into Chinese and Western medicine, bringing them together. And just kind of sharing with you how you would understand it: hormones, nervous system, and immune system. The adaptogenic herbs help all of the triangle work. So they help your immune system, they help your hormones, and they help your nervous system. So they're super duper cool herbs. So I'll list a few of them for you. One, you've all heard of ginseng. So ginseng is a well-known Chinese herb, and there's actually Korean ginseng and American ginseng, and they slightly do different things, but they help support your adrenal glands, they help your nervous system, and they're an herb that kind of, if you need more energy, then they support you having more energy. They're kind of more on the line of herbs that support energy than some others. Ashwagandha is another well-known herb, more from the Ayurvedic tradition, although we also have it in Chinese medicine. And it again supports your adrenals. It helps relax when you're super stressed, but it also helps give you energy when you need it. And actually, it's a very good herb for your thyroid and for your adrenal glands. So a lot of times when my patients have thyroid issues and or adrenal issues, I give them ashwagandha because it will help with both, and it helps kind of support calming, support sleep, and gives you energy. So I would just love all of those things that different herbs can do. Another very favorite of mine is holy basil. I always say, holy basil, Batman. And years ago, I was actually given some holy basil. I didn't really know much about it at the time, but I was given a super concentrated form of holy basil. And I was going through something that was causing me anxiety. And I had this little envelope on my desk and it said, helps anxiety, helps stress. So I took it, and I swear to you, within like 10 minutes, the anxiety felt better. And because, of course, then I became a holy basil advocate. Actually, holy basil does a lot of things as well. It helps balance blood sugar. It helps with radiation. So I give it to my patients who are about to have radiation therapy because it helps the body deal with the stress of it. And it also helps the adrenals in both a calming and energizing way. So if you need calming, it helps with that. If you need energizing, it helps with that. And again, it's one of those psychic herbs that seems to know what your body needs. Another favorite of mine is rhodiola. And so ginseng is more Chinese, and ashwagandha and holy basil are more from the Indian culture, and rhodiola is from Eastern Europe and Russia. And so that's another thing that I think about. Rhodiola is similar to ashwagandha and holy basil in the sense that it helps your adrenals, and it seems to know when you need extra support, and it seems to know when you need calming or energizing, and it kind of works in that way. There are companies that make a mix of those herbs in one formula. I have a favorite of those, but they help in terms of they help all levels. So the rhodiola also, it works on your immune system, your nervous system, and your hormones. So that triangle that I try to support so often. One other favorite of these herbs is maca. And maca is more on the sexual hormone, sex hormone side, but it does help support various adrenal hormones. So there's a product that is just maca, and you can add it to anything, but it helps men with their testosterone. It helps estrogen. It helps progesterone. It kind of works on all of those hormones that are necessary for supporting our adrenals from the sex hormone side. So the estrogen, progesterone, testosterone level. Not so much with the cortisol and the DHEA level of support that like ashwagandha or holy basil do. So every adaptogenic hormone has certain qualities that make it unique, adaptogenic herb has certain qualities that make it unique, and then it has certain qualities that they all have in common, which is that they support this, again, this triangle of wellness where the systems of your body, in order for, when you struggle, and even if you don't know what's going on with you, like let's say you have a mystery set of symptoms, when you're struggling, sometimes the labs don't necessarily show what's going on, which is why, again, I love Chinese medicine so much, because I can help by getting the systems balanced. And most important, it's not just that your hormones and your nervous system and your immune system have to be functioning, they also have to be communicating with each other, because this triangle is like intricately woven in order to help support all of the systems that need to be supported. So that's one of the many reasons I love those herbs. Another level of adaptogenic herbs is the medicinal mushrooms. And there are several medicinal mushrooms that are super supportive of your immune system in particular, but also, again, your adrenals and your nervous system. So I'm going to name several different mushrooms that you might have heard of. So there's reishi mushrooms, maitake mushrooms, and cordyceps. There are many, many other amazing medicinal mushrooms. I often recommend a product that has 16 different medicinal mushrooms to help support the immune system through the immune time of year, which is kind of right now in fall and winter. But it's called host defense. And so medicinal mushrooms, you want to for sure make that sure that they're organic and that they are grown in a hermetically sealed lab, because mushrooms absorb toxins from the environment. They're one of the environmental detoxifiers. And so all of the chemicals that are in our environment will get into a mushroom if it's grown in a conventional manner. So you want to make sure it's in a clean, supportive of the mushroom environment so that it can help support your body. Another medicinal mushroom that I love is called lion's mane, and that one is good for your nervous system, and it helps support your nerves, literally, like it has been shown in studies to help like if you, let's say you have an issue with a nerve, like numbness, or you cut your finger and the nerve damage, that the lion's mane helps support your nerves coming back into alignment and into functioning. So it's a really wonderful, another additional adaptogenic herb. If you have any questions, I'm so happy to be here and happy to help support you in your healing journey. And please post your questions in the comments or send me an email if you'd like. I'm here to help. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.